All right, shalom everyone. Peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. I decided to go live. We know that Trump, he will made a speech today, actually, supposedly in 6 minutes from now. So we are waiting for him to talk. And I expect him, to speak about the war for sure. I don't think he will say the war is finished. It's going to take some time more. But you want to tell the American that don't worry, everything is good, in control, we are winning as usual. And for sure, we know we are not winning only, we won. They are no match for such a war. However, I think there is more important stuff in this speech and mostly about the NATO. Countries who like Spain, who forbid American and Israeli to use their airspace, and England and France. I believe strongly Trump is going to punish some of them, and especially Spain. And I think he is going to cut a trade with Spain to punish the economy in order to make this government collapse. Not to punish the Spanish people, but to collapse the government, the woke government of Spain. This government will support everyone who is against. They support Russia, they support Hamas, they support Russia because they support Hamas, not because they like Russia. They even arm Turkey against the Armenian. I mean, they are the most wicked government you can imagine. Anything you say against three countries, they love it. So anyway, I'm expecting him to say something about the NATO. I don't think he will say I am out of the NATO because he cannot. This is something that have to be voted by the Congress. He might suggest to do so, but he can freeze his membership as an American membership in the NATO. And that if he do so, that will take time for it's going to hurt the NATO badly because that means he will freeze his money, and even he can start withdrawing troops from the NATO and taking support. Even he can cut giving them weapon to certain countries. This is America. He can do whatever he want. They can do whatever they want too. They can stop America from coming to their bases. But the funny is, America spend a lot of money to use those bases, and when we need them, you cannot use them. And that goes for Turkey. So I hope Turkey will be punished. But I think, uh, as I know, USA is moving a lot of their uh, structures into Greece, and is going to be the major bases for USA from now on. Is going to be Greek and Cyprus. Uh, is going to be a major shift from those countries, especially Turkey, because Turkey did the same with USA. They did not allow them to use their bases, not only in this war, in every war. So why in the world we want to have bases there if we are not going to be able to use them? And why we want to spend money, a lot of money, to keep those bases? It doesn't make sense. So right now, actually, in Greece, the American are investing in building big ports in Greece. We know that Greece is nothing but many islands, and the interest in Greece started a long time ago when the Turkish refused to allow the American to use their airspace in every war ever they have. So we know that there is a huge defense corporation between USA and Greece, and things are shifting, and the same between USA and between Greece and Israel. It's not a secret, and it's going to happen. Uh, so we will see what Trump he will say, and I'm sure he will tell the American those NATOs, they are not what we need. I think it's going to be a new a shift regarding the NATO and USA politics, and this will be very good for the benefit of a new teaming, which is going to be Israel, Cyprus, and Greece. Now, in the same time, the European, they will have a benefit from this too, because European always they depend on USA to protect them. So if USA stop protecting them, that will force a country like Spain to increase their spending and their defense, because their defense is funny. They spend only 2% of their income. Imagine from every $100, you spend $2. That is nothing. So why they want to spend? You know, the American, they bring their soldiers, they bring their airplanes, and they protect us. If we need something, they are here for us. So somebody will get the benefit of this, and somebody will get hurt. And time will tell who is going to get the benefit and who is the one who is going to get hurt. Let us see what the time now. It should be now, actually. Let us refresh the page. Here we go. We are live. The funny, before I go live, I'm going to post the video later. I asked Gemini, like, you know, Google, to make an image of a Trump making a speech, just to make a thumbnail for the video. Gemini Google insists that Trump is not the current president of USA. I asked him, what are you talking about? He's the current president? He says, no, he's not, and there's no mistake. I will post the video. I'll record the screen. I mean, even the woke, they are trying to take the guy out of the office, even by AI. They are funny, the same as the Iranian, you know. They think they can make victory by AI speak. Yeah, it's hard to believe that AI insists that Trump is not the president. You know, I have it recorded, and refuse to make an image for me. You know, then I have to restart. You know, and do it again. Potato AI. All software are left. You know, all software. All those software are left. You cannot say this. You cannot say that. You know, and what the funny, they say to you, they speak about the First Amendment and Second Amendment. They speak about amendment, but the last thing they do is a freedom of speech and democracy. See, they speak about democracy. Go in the street, you will see how violent they are. Here we go. Trump is coming to town. Don't tell me your microphone is not working. Huh.
Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, good evening. Let me begin by congratulating the team at NASA and our brave astronauts on the successful launch of Artemis 2.
Does it sound good?
It will be traveling further than any manned rocket has ever flown and will very substantially pass the moon, go around it, and come back home from a distance that has never been done before. It's amazing. They are on the way. God bless them. These are brave people. We want to God bless them.
Volume is low.
Unbelievable astronauts.
I don't know what to do.
As we speak this evening, it's been just
I have the sound.
since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury. In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins.
I don't know what to do, guys.
Most of them, terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons, factories, and rocket launchers are being blown to pieces. Very few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing, in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before. Before discussing this current situation, I also want to thank our troops for the masterful job they did in taking the country of Venezuela in a matter of minutes. That hit was quick, lethal, violent, and respected by everyone all over the world. After rebuilding our military during my first term, we have by far the strongest military anywhere in the world, and now we're working along with Venezuela and are, in a true sense, joint venture partners. We're getting along incredibly well in the production and sale of massive amounts of oil and gas, the second largest reserves on Earth after the United States of America. We're now totally independent of the Middle East, and yet we are there to help. We don't have to be there. We don't need their oil. We don't need anything they have, but we're there to help our allies. Tonight, I want to provide an update on the tremendous progress our warriors have made in Iran and discuss why Operation Epic Fury is necessary for the safety of America and the security of the free world. From the very first day I announced my campaign for president in 2015, I have vowed that I would never allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon. This fanatical regime has been chanting death to America, death to Israel for 47 years. Their proxies were behind the murder of 241 Americans in the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut, slaughter of hundreds of our service members with roadside bombs. They were involved in the attack on the USS Cole, and they carried out the countless other heinous acts, including the just horrible, bloody atrocities of October 7th in Israel, something that most people never seen anything like it. This murderous regime also recently killed 45,000 of their own people who were protesting in Iran. 45,000 dead. For these terrorists to have nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat. The most violent and thuggish regime on earth would be free to carry out their campaigns of terror, coercion, conquest, and mass murder from behind a nuclear shield. I will never let that happen, and neither should any of our past presidents. This situation has been going on for 47 years and should have been handled long before I arrived in office. I did many things during my 2 terms in office to stop the quest for nuclear weapons by Iran first, and perhaps most importantly, I killed General Qasem Soleimani in my first term. He was an evil genius, brilliant person, horrible human being, however, the father of the roadside bomb, and he lived just horrible what he did. Iran would have been perhaps in far better, stronger position. Had he lived, we would have had probably a different conversation tonight. But you know what? We'd still be winning and winning big. And then, very importantly, I terminated Barack Hussein Obama's Iran nuclear deal, a disaster. Obama gave them $1.7 billion
Yeah, the
in
Muslim
cash,
Obama.
green cash. Took it out of banks from Virginia, D.C., and Maryland, all the cash they had. Flew it by airplanes in an attempt to buy their respect and loyalty, but it didn't work. They laughed at our president and went on with their mission to have a nuclear bomb. His Iran deal would have led to a colossal arsenal of massive nuclear weapons for Iran. And they would have had them years ago, and they would have used them. It would have been a different world. There would have been no Middle East and no Israel right now, in my opinion, the opinion of a lot of great experts. Had I not terminated that terrible deal, I was so honored to do it. I was so proud to do it. It was so bad right from the beginning. Essentially, I did what no other president was willing to do. They made mistakes, and I am correcting them. My first preference was always the path of diplomacy, yet the regime continued their relentless quest for nuclear weapons and rejected every attempt at an agreement. For this reason, in June, I ordered a strike on Iran's key nuclear facilities, an Operation Midnight Hammer. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Those beautiful B-2 bombers performed magnificently. We totally obliterated those nuclear sites. The regime then sought to rebuild their nuclear program at a totally different location, making clear they had no intention of abandoning their pursuit of nuclear weapons. They were also rapidly building a vast stockpile of conventional ballistic missiles and would soon have had missiles that could reach the American homeland, Europe, and virtually any other place on Earth. Iran's strategy was so obvious. They wanted to produce as many missiles as possible, and they did, with the longest range possible. And they had some weapons that nobody believed they had. We just learned that out. We took them out. We took them all out so that no one would really dare stop them. And their race for a nuclear bomb, a nuclear weapon like nobody's ever seen before. They were right at the doorstep. For years, everyone has said that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, but in the end, those are just words if you're not willing to take action when the time comes. As I stated in my announcement of Operation Epic Fury, our objectives are very simple and clear. We are systematically dismantling the regime's ability to threaten America or project power outside of their borders. That means eliminating Iran's Navy, which is now absolutely destroyed, hurting their Air Force and their missile program at levels never seen before, and annihilating their defense industrial base. We've done all of it. Their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their missiles are just about used up or beaten. Taken together, these actions will cripple Iran military, crush their ability to support terrorist proxies, and deny them the ability to build a nuclear bomb. Our armed forces have been extraordinary. There's never been anything like it militarily. Everyone is talking about it, and tonight I'm pleased to say that these core strategic objectives are nearing completion. As we celebrate this progress, we think especially of the 13 American warriors who have laid down their lives in this fight to prevent our children from ever having to face a nuclear Iran. Twice this past month, I've traveled to Dover Air Force Base, and it's been something. I wanted to be with those heroes as they return to American soil, and I was with them and their families, their parents, wives, husbands. We salute them, and now we must honor them by completing the mission for which they gave their lives. And every single one of the people, their loved ones said, "Please, sir, please finish the job." Every one of them. And we are going to finish the job, and we're going to finish it very fast. We're getting very close. I want to thank our allies in the Middle East, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain. They've been great, and we will not let them get hurt or fail in any way, shape, or form. Many Americans have been concerned to see the recent rise in gasoline prices here at home. The short-term increase has been entirely the result of the Iranian regime launching deranged terror attacks against commercial oil tankers in neighboring countries that have nothing to do with the conflict. This is yet more proof that Iran can never be trusted with nuclear weapons. They will use them, and they will use them quickly. It would lead to decades of extortion, economic pain, and instability worse than we can ever imagine. The United States has never been better prepared economically to confront this threat. You all know that. We built the strongest economy in history. Going through it right now, the strongest in history. In 1 year, we've taken a dead and crippled country. I hate to say that, but we were a dead and crippled country after the last administration and made it the hottest country anywhere in the world by far with no inflation, record setting investments coming into the United States over $18 trillion, and the highest stock market ever with 53 all-time record highs in just 1 year. It all positioned us to get rid of a cancer that has long simmered. It's known as the nuclear Iran, and they didn't know what was coming. They've never imagined it. Remember, because of our drill baby drill program, America has plenty of gas. We have so much gas. Under my leadership, we are number one producer of oil and gas on the planet without even discussing the millions of barrels that we're getting from Venezuela. Because of the Trump administration's policies, we produce more oil and gas than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined. Think of that, Saudi
See?
Arabia and Russia combined.
Yeah.
And that number will soon be substantially higher than that. There's no country like us anywhere in the world, and we're in great shape for the future. The United States imports almost no oil through the Hormuz Strait and won't be taking any in the future. We don't need it. We haven't needed it, and we don't need it. We've beaten and completely decimated Iran. They are decimated, both militarily and economically and in every other way. And the countries of the world that do receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage. They must cherish it. They must grab it and cherish it. They can do it easily. We will be helpful, but they should take the lead in protecting the oil that they so desperately depend on. So to those countries that can't get fuel, many of which refuse to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, we had to do it ourselves. I have a suggestion. Number one, buy oil from the United States of America. We have plenty. We have so much. And number two, build up some delayed courage. Should have done it before. Should have done it with us as we asked. Go to the strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done, so it should be easy. And in any event, when this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally. They're going to want to be able to sell oil because that's all they have to try and rebuild. It will resume the flowing, and the gas prices will rapidly come back down. Stock prices will rapidly go back up. They didn't come down very much, frankly. They came down a little bit, but they've had some very good days over the last couple of days. We've done actually much better than I thought, but we had to take that little journey to Iran to get rid of this horrible threat. With our historic tax cuts, where people are just now talking about receiving larger refunds than they ever thought possible, they are getting so much more money than they thought. That's from the great big beautiful bill. Our economy is strong and improving by the day, and it will soon be roaring back like never before. It will top the levels that it was a month ago. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to bring them back to
Bingo.
Stone Ages where they belong. In the meantime, discussions are ongoing.
Bingo.
Regime change was not our goal. We never said regime change, but regime change has occurred because of all of their original leaders' death. They're all dead. The new group is less radical and much more reasonable. Yet if during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it. They have no anti-aircraft equipment. Their radar is 100% annihilated. We are unstoppable as a military force. The nuclear sites that we obliterated with the B-2 bombers have been hit so hard that it would take months to get near the nuclear dust. and we have it under intense satellite surveillance and control. If we see them make a move, even a move for it, we'll hit them with missiles very hard again. We have all the cards, they have none. It's very important that we keep this conflict in perspective. American involvement in World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. We are in this military operation so powerful, so brilliant against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days. And the country has been eviscerated and essentially is really no longer a threat. They were the bully of the Middle East, but they're the bully no longer. This is a true investment in your children and your grandchildren's future. The whole world is watching, and they can't leave the power, strength, and brilliance. They just can't believe what they're seeing. They leave it to your imagination, but they can't believe what they're seeing. The brilliance of the United States military. Tonight, every American can look forward to a day when we are finally free from the wickedness of Iranian aggression and the specter of nuclear blackmail. Because of the actions we have taken, we are on the cusp of ending Iran's sinister threat to America and the world. And I'll tell you, the world is watching. And when we do, when it's all over, the United States will be safer, stronger, more prosperous, and greater than it has ever been before. May God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much, and good night.
All right. So, uh, I see some comments, some people speaking against Trump. The funny is, imagine if we have Joe Biden the president. Those people by now they have nukes. And imagine if we have the Muslim Shia Obama. He will even give them engineers to build it faster. Uh, they are angry from Trump because he is a man who would do what is right. He is not a potato like them. They are busy with condoms. They are busy giving condoms to Gaza. They are busy giving. They are doing research about a toilet seat in Venezuela. They are doing research about how many seconds it takes an orgasm. Orgasm. Imagine a study for how long it takes a gay to have orgasm and the difference between a gay and someone is not. I mean, millions of dollars for stupid things. So when we have a real man, a real president, who is doing the right thing, they go crazy. No king. Well, what do you mean no king? He's elected. Literally, yes. When you say we don't have we don't have a position of a king, but literally he is your king. You like it or not, go and shave your ass with the wall. All the garbage they do during the time of Biden, like when somebody mentioned Epstein, he said Epstein a client became a president. Prove to us that he was a client, you coward. Where? It's your president Clinton who was a client. It is your Mamdani. You know Mamdani. He was a client. His mother was a client. Uh, 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 all the Democrats are the clients of this piece of shit, Epstein. And not only that, you're Muslim. You support Hamas who have sex with kids. So how come you are against Epstein but you support Epstein? How come you say Islam is a great religion but Muhammad is number one? I mean, in Epstein, the youngest was 15 years old. Muhammad, he effed children at the age of 6. Hypocrite, coward, and they are mentally sick. Now, he said it's going to take a few weeks, right? However, this is too much actually. Few weeks is more than enough. I mean, Iran have nothing left. They are looking for targets. They are literally looking for target. They are out of targets. So, and he mentioned that we are going to hit their electric grids. In case you do not understand what that would do, let us say the war stop after they hit the electric grid in 5 minutes. Iran, literally, as he said, he will bring them to the cave time. It's going to take them a lot of money. They don't have the money no more. This country is bankrupt. Bankrupt. They have no money. That's why they're There's no employment. There's no. I mean, it's horrible. They have money to build only missile and rocket because they are a peaceful country. They have money to build cities under the ground, but those cities did not help. They will go. They bury them with their soldiers under the ground. Don't mess with America and don't mess with Israel. And now, if he hit their electric grid, and he will do. You see, this guy, he never says something. He did not do it. He made it clear if they don't come to an agreement, and the agreement is very simple: you surrender. Somebody saying he will throw Israel under the bus. No. Imagine if Israel is facing this alone. So let us say now Trump he stopped. Let us say today he stopped. Israel is not a thrown under the bus because there's nothing left in Iran. Israel can fight alone. Israel is not a little tiny country as many people think. Israel is a massive, powerful country. Maybe it's a tiny as a size, as a land. Maybe it's a tiny as a population, but they are mighty with their promise of God to have Israel established, and they are mighty with their army. So America gave a great help to Israel against this evil, wicked. And the top of that, if we look at what will happen now in the Middle East, all Middle Eastern countries, they notice one thing. France, England, Spain, all of them, they are potatoes. Nobody dare to stand against Iran. Iran is hitting them every day. Not a single one dare even to kick the ambassador of Iran from their country. They have embassies in their countries. All of them, they have embassies for Iran. Nobody there even to give support to those countries where they are being hit. So now all the money and the treasure, let us say, and the oil and the investment, all those countries, they knew there's only one country two countries can protect them, USA and Israel. And I want to add Ukraine. So this war will change everything. Already changed everything. The Saudi, they noticed that Japan, you see, the Saudi, they invested Japan, they invested with China, they bring the Chinese president, hoping that one day, if something like this happen, the Chinese president, he will use his pressure against the Iranian. But he throw them under the bus. So nobody can trust no more China. Same for any Russia. Emirat have a great relationship with Russia. Putin did not even move his butt. They are hitting Emirat every day. Actually, the most country, there's two countries they hit a lot, Kuwait and Emirat. And now, I will tell you what will happen after this war. Now you can save this video for years to come so you can remember what I said, because time go fast. Yesterday I was 17, today I'm 16. Yeah, because we are Arab, our time go backward. So here, if you go, the first thing you will see that all those countries who they are importing oil, they will change their strategy about Hormuz. Because even now, if they supposedly, many countries will come to secure this Hormuz thing, it's not secure. Because anybody, or anyone, he can close it. You don't have to have borders, actually. You can be from distance. You can be from Pakistan. You can hit it from Karachi in Pakistan. So they have to come with different solution. And the easiest solution for a country like Emirat is to run a pipe from here through Oman. And that will not be costly. Same for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, they can run a pipe. Already Saudi Arabia, they have a port in Yanbu. All right. So in Yanbu, they have a big port here to import oil. And then they have actually a pipe going all the way from those fields of oil, going all the way to the port. This is Yanbu, if you see it here. And actually, if you will see right away the oil structures which is used to import oil. So now the pipe they have is good for 7 million barrels a day. So all the strategy will change to go to the Red Sea and they will invest to make another pipes to pass Hormuz to Oman, and that will be out of the reach of Iran. For sure, Iran can still hit it if they want to hit, but they have no excuse to control. It's a different territory, different area. They can already they have here actually. I think here they have a port for import somewhere here, and they can use it. So huge investment will happen for those countries to in order to import their gas and oil. However, they will be more and more heavily independent in their security in Israel and USA. And soon you will see Saudi Arabia signing peace agreement with Israel. Just wait for it. Because now they knew. There's no question about it. You see those Gulf countries, because they are weak, they have a French base. So Emirat have a French base. Okay, the French did not come to help. Did nothing. Did not even defend. Qatar have a French base. All of them, they have a French bases. They have a British bases. So they have all the signature, all this agreement for defense with those countries, but they did not do anything. There's only one country was to provide them with missile or rocket to stop the Iranian attack. That was America and Israel, and now there's Ukraine. And already the Saudi and the Emirati, they signed, I don't know how many $billion contract with the Ukrainian to send them drones, which is very, very effective to deal with the Iranian Shaheed drone. Shaheed means murder, by the way. Even their drones have a religious name because they are Islamic wicked regime. So what's going to happen next is going to be great for the American economy. You will see how much those countries they will be. Now they knew there's only one daddy. It's called America, and there's one, let us say, assistant to this daddy. It's called Israel. Now they understand that all the countries they have good relationship with them is wicked and they don't care for them. They were using them, using their money, their treasure, but when they needed them, nobody jumped. I mean, Trump actually did not even ask them to involve in the war. He just told them, you complain about the water, the oil price, just go to Hormuz, secure it. That's it. Don't involve in the war. Go there, send your ship. If Iran hit at you, hit back. You are not in the war with them. We do not need you. And not only that, all of them, including Spain, France, England, Turkey for sure, all of them, they refused to let the American to use their airspace. The only one allowed them to do that, which was a very good help, is Greece and Cyprus and Israel. So now the American, they knew that they have a friend they can trust, it's called Israel. They have a friend they can trust, it's called Cyprus. And they have a friend they can trust, it's called Greece. The rest is not to be trusted. What the point of having all our bases all over Europe, spend trillions of dollars, not millions, and yet when we need them, we cannot use them. He do not need them to do anything. He did not even let them refuel. Imagine, guys, imagine refuel. Even to fix our airplane carrier, they refuse to receive it. They are wicked. And I'm not talking about the nations. I'm not talking about the French people or the British people. I'm talking about those wicked governments. They are woke. All of them, they love the regime of Iran. All of them, they support Hamas. All of them, they love killing American Christians and British Christians, French Christians. They don't care because they hate Christianity and they hate the Christians. Anyone, he is going to wage jihad against the Christians, against the Jews, they love him. And we know the plan. So they have two wars. There's two wars going on. There's the war of the Islamic world against Christianity and Judaism and the Jews. And there's a war of the woke against Christianity. And this is, you can call it soft war. Like Trump today, he made a speech about celebrating Easter. He mentioned, which is absolutely true, how the woke and Obama, they try to fight Christmas. So they forbid the Christmas for many years. You can't say Christmas. You can't say Merry Christmas in any government. You can't send emails say Merry Christmas. It's forbidden. Imagine in countries which is Muslims. You can say Merry Christmas, but in America, in government, you cannot say Merry Christmas. So there's two wars against us. Wars run by the wicked Islamist and war run by the wicked woke. The wicked woke, they want to change the nation. They open the border of USA because they want to do the demography change. They want to cancel America. They don't want America. They want any hippie. They want America to be destroyed. This is the plan. The plan: America should not be strong no more. America, and when you talk about America, the powerful, they call the imperial America. And but all of them, they are enjoying the imperial America. If we take you to Mexico, you will be homeless. If you love Mexico, why you want to come to America anyway? If you love Venezuela, why you want to come? If I am from the Middle East. If where I came from, why I'm here? All of them, they are hypocrite. When they want to go vacation, where they go? They go where it's safe and secure. Nobody will go where it is not secure. And which country is secure of those countries? So open borders, open etc., open every open. So America will be destroyed, and then those countries will flourish. Those wicked countries. So I can say, Trump, he make it clear is going to be 2-3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe a month. That is more than enough. And somebody mentioned, like, what about a change in the regime? First of all, regime should be changed by the people. No, America cannot change the regime. How they can do it? I mean, do you know how big Iran is? How they can do it? They can smash them, they can destroy their weapon, they can. Then the people of Iran, this is their duty of a nation, not our duty. And it's impossible for us to do it. So we can lay the ground for them to have a weak government, who have no supply, have no money, have no weapon, and then they can, those people, they can storm like warehouses of the army, take the weapon, fight for themselves, defend themselves, and they can change the regime. Regime should be changed by the will of the people, not by American army. Why we have to do their job? All right. Why our kids have to do for your freedom? You need a freedom. You want freedom. It doesn't come easy. You know. Anyone who wants freedom, you have to fight for it. Nothing is coming cheap, and the blood of our children is not cheap. So if Iranian they want to have a freedom, then they have to work for it. All right. It's not us. After all this bombing, so imagine how easy it's going to be for people. I mean, just a few months, 2 months ago, tens of thousands they were in the street, right? At that time, they were way more powerful. Now the regime is demolished. They still have police, they still have army, but then, when there's no money, there's no source, nobody gets salary, then the army themselves, they will deflect. Soldiers themselves will join the people. And then, people, they will start thinking, even those who they used to be with the regime, okay, now what's the solution? Because after this war is finished, if the war finished without agreement, the sanctions will stay. So imagine we have a country which is bombed with the most powerful army in the world, and Trump, he promised if they don't agree with what he wants, he will bomb all the electric grid. So there's no electricity, which means there's no water, there's no irrigation, the hospitals. I mean, the whole system will collapse. You remember I said to you, they should attack the electric grid from the first day? Who remember? Do you remember? I mentioned that many times. And I mentioned that about the previous war. Because electric grid is where countries collapse. Any country in the world. Like imagine you live in America and then the enemy hit us and destroy our electric grid. The country is in disability because everything is done by electricity. It's not a secret. The faucet water you have in your house, if there's no electricity in the pump, there's no water in your house. We don't have a spring of water pushing water normally. You have a pump. If you have no electricity, even your gas station will not run. You go to the gas station, even if they have gas, they cannot pump it for you. So electricity is the most important thing. And if they do it from the beginning, all of this will be avoided. But I don't know why they are not doing it. I think they are not doing it because they are afraid that Iran is going to hit electric grid of those countries. So what? None of our business. Let them hit it. Cripple the enemy as fast as possible. Regime change. Everybody have to pay the tax of war. You know, this is not a friendly choice. It's not. We have to. Like now, we are going to pay more extra, a few dollars for the gas. But you know, you go to the dinner with your family, you pay more than what is. They cannot handle it for a few weeks. People they are complaining, right? Just a few weeks, 2 months. It's not like it's going to be for 2 years. And as you see, as Trump he said, we are now producing oil more than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined together. That's amazing. And now you understand why Trump he went all the way to Venezuela before this. This was studied very well. This move was studied very well. So when when they remove the drug dealer Maduro, it was a plan to secure more oil and to weaken the enemy because Venezuela is a friend of Iran, a friend of Hezbollah. So having the oil of Venezuela, you know, we don't take it. We are not stealing the oil. Somebody will say to you, Trump the greedy, he want to take their oil. Nothing. That's not true. They get paid for every penny. Nobody's stealing anybody oil. But now that oil cannot be redirected to be used against us. So now we have secured, not only we secured the oil, we secured our background, our backyard, sorry. If you remember the first thing Trump he did when he became president, suddenly he jumped to Panama. And then you ask yourself, what happened? You know, suddenly this Panama thing, like, well, what is that? You know, what's going on with Panama? Like in very, it was very strange, right? Very strange. What this Panama is, but it was a step number one. We secure Panama Canal because this is a very important strategic point in case something happened. The Chinese were coming to town trying to take over it. So Trump he threatened them. They kicked the Chinese out. Now we have control of the over the canal which we built. We built, and the stupid American give it to them. And now American ships they go inside for free anytime, and they have priority. Before they make them wait, and they have to pay. Now they can go in anytime, and they can go out anytime, and nobody can stop them, and they don't delay. So if an American ship is coming, talking about the army, and other ship is the army will go first, the American army. So this was step number one. Then we went right away to Venezuela. Step number two, we took this coward from Caracas, potato. Then in step number two, the whole world witnessed that the defense which is Venezuela bought from Russia is nothing but plastic toys. They could not even use them. The American devastate all their defense in a few seconds. Imagine, I think we did not lose even one soldiers, even though we sent many troops in the ground to arrest the guy. So after securing, you know, Venezuela, the whole country, not only Maduro, and then we forced them to make an agreement that their oil cannot go to Cuba because Cuba is going to be the next plan. Cuba, which is very close to us, you know, in geography, and it is a big threat to USA. It's just 90 miles from Florida, you know. So this is a Florida here, this is a Cuba, and this is Havana. So the next step you will see is going to be Cuba, and Cuba will be free. That will be wonderful. Actually, I will go there, me myself. As soon this country is free, I would love to see it. Havana used to be one of the most beautiful, you know. I hear about Havana when I was a kid, but the communists came to town, and then everything is going wrong. So next is going to be Havana. The plan is working perfectly to secure America, to secure the world. All those communists is collapsing one after one. This is why those wicked and who is very behind them, like George Soros, are going with no king day. $3 billion for no king day. $3 billion. They are paying for their signs, organizing, transportation, everything. However, that will not change anything. The plan is going accordingly and going successfully. In the top of that now, Israel is moving forward with their defense system. And actually, those wars, they taught Israel a lot of things. They taught them about their weakness in defense. Because yes, they have weakness. So, and actually always you will have weakness because always the enemy can develop something new. You have to update. And the best way actually to know your weakness is to put it in a real test. You see, if you don't expose to a virus, you don't know if how fast you can get sick or how strong your body. So the virus is the one will tell you really is going to put your body into a real test. And the war with Iran was the virus. So Israel now they notice how much weakness they have and what kind of a strength they have. At the same time, we don't want to forget that now Israel is expanding their plan into Hezbollah, and the plan is working so good. In fact, a massive area already is occupied by Israel. Let me see if I can show you, um, the more details. Am I giving you a headache, guys? If you want, I can stop. If this is more than what you need. So now Israel, those Shia, they are mentally ill. They think if they have a few rockets, they can really fight and they can win. Very mental. Hezbollah already lost a couple of thousands of soldiers, fighters, in their aggression against Israel. The Israeli lost a couple of soldiers, and yet Hezbollah will claim that they are victorious. All this area here you see in the front of you is already. Let me try to zoom slowly because this map moves so fast. All right. The blue area you see here is already occupied by Israel. All right. Now you will notice that they are going from certain area, like this is Israel here. This area here is Israel. Like you ask yourself, why did not go forward from here? No. Why do they want to do that? They go from this area. Here there's a river, it's called Al-Litani, and then they will cut all roads to Hezbollah. Hezbollah, they will find themselves here like a rat. Then right away they are going to run, escape, and then this whole territory will collapse under Israeli army without even fighting. Because the second this this belt increase, this blue area increase, extend here, here, and then Hezbollah they notice, oh, they are going to close the border on us, and then we'll be surrounded from everywhere, and then they will cook us. Already all the Shia from this area are kicked out. All right. And Sur, they've been told, the city of Sur, they've been asked to leave too. Actually, already Israeli, they took over this area. If we go here, let us see. This map zooms so fast, So the Israeli already here, and they're in control of this area by sea. Actually, all Lebanon, sea is controlled by Israel right now. But this blue area is already, all of this here, land and sea, is controlled by Israel. Now, this area here is a very sensitive area. It's called Rasul Naqura, this area here. And now they reach here. This is, there is a, like, if you know the geography of that area, there's a very high hill in that area. It's like a small mountain. But by having a base there, you can monitor all the shore, all the way to Beirut, not only to Sur. So it's a very sensitive location, and the Israelis are doing a great job demolishing Hezbollah. So all this area now is controlled by Israel. And this is the plan. As I said to you, they will take it from both sides, and then both army, which both is Israeli army, They are going to meet and make a belt. And then all this area here, with this red line, which is the river, is going to be controlled. It's going to be the new border of Israel. Doesn't mean Israel is going to control it forever, but they will not withdraw until the Lebanese government disarm Hezbollah for good. No more games and no more every few months, throw rocket. You see all this area here in the north of Israel, most of the people here, they love their houses because those wicked people, they keep throwing rocket at them, you know? Anytime, anybody, anyone he wish, he just has to go and throw rocket. So the Israeli is going to clean this area. They will move the borders to here. And then when the Lebanese government, with the help, if they agree, Israeli can help them, uh, they can, you know, help them to disarm Israel, Hezbollah, and then everybody will have peace. They can sign peace agreement. And if you notice here, Israel is expanding their attack in all this area. This is most of it is Shia. This is very much Hezbollah territory. There's some towns which is Christian towns, but the Israeli have nothing to do with them. They are fighting Hezbollah. They are not fighting Christians. Uh, and the Lebanese government is a shish kebab government. They cannot do anything. That's why, if you remember, I made a video saying to the Christians in Lebanon, you should be very thankful for Israel because you cannot clean your own dirt. Hezbollah is taking over your country. You should be thankful that there's a country that's called Israel because they are doing a job you cannot do, you wish to do. You pay nothing for it. So I believe that Lebanese Christians specifically are lucky to have Israel. All right? Because if not Israel, who is going to clean it? Those people, imagine they are fighting Israel. How you can fight them? Iran sent them a lot of rocket and missiles and drones. They have cities under the ground the same as Iran. So right now, if Israel is not the one cleaning the ground for you, you Christians, you are going to send your kids to die. And we cannot compare between what Israel have and what you have. What you have rifles. What the Christians have. Hezbollah, they have heavy duty army weapon. The Israeli are doing great job. For sure, I'm not saying Israel is doing that for you Christians in Lebanon to help you. No, they are doing it for their benefit. But I'm saying you are lucky to have them, to be your neighbors. And I'm saying to you, if you are a Christian Lebanese, you should take the Israeli as your friends. For many reasons. Number one, both of you have one enemy. Number two, they can help you when you need them. They are powerful. Number three, you know that Muslims don't like you. And they will never do. Even though your leaders, they keep giving you speeches about, living together, and it's a bullshit. You know it. Those people don't believe in living together, believe we dominate and we take over. You cannot live together, both of you, unless you live like a dog under their shoes. Then they have no problem. As an example, there is Jews who live in Iran, but they are not even third-class citizen. They bring a Jew to make interview with him from Iran, says, how much the Iranian treat you? Says, it's amazing, so beautiful. What he can say? You live in Iran. Do he dare to say no? Even the one who live abroad, he don't dare to say no. They are bad to me because they will kill his relative. So uh, everything is going. Actually, I'm glad that Trump. I was afraid he would say we will finish next week. I'm glad he says it's going to take a couple of weeks more. I'm glad he says he is going to hit their electric grid if they don't agree, which means it's going to happen if they don't agree. In fact, Tehran is already empty. You know what empty mean? Empty. People leaving to neighboring countries by tens of thousands. All right? Let's see here. And now the Marines, they just arrived to town. Just get ready. Trump, he might, uh, you know, they keep talking about occupying this island. He might send a few, like 200 Marines to clean it. I think 200 is more than enough. you know, like the Iranian keep saying, yeah, come here, we will show you, we will make you shish kebab. Trust me, you know, 200 Marines is enough to occupy the whole island. If not, it's too much, 200. Yeah, the hunt continue, every day. Uh, let me see if I search here. Let us see here. Yeah, they are going to borders countries seeking safety. Those are the Iranian. See, they can make speeches about how successful they are, victory, Allahu Akbar, but reality is different story. Look at this. Look at this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then tomorrow they will make a speech that we are victorious, right? We know it. All right, that's enough. But anyway, the result of this war is very clear. The Iranian regime is screwed. They can be arrogant as much they want. They can claim that they are resilient, but they are not. And we will see actually what will happen after, because people, they were revolting before the war. What people will do when after the war is over, when the regime is so weak, and there's no food, and there's no electricity, and there's no jobs, and there's no money, and the sanctions are there, things will be so bad. All right. Uh, yeah, the days is coming is way more ugly for those people, and this is why I'm saying Iranian, they have to save themselves. Iranian have to move and go against their own regime to free themselves. This is not our job. Well, what's happening in Syria? Nothing will happen in Syria. That's it. This regime took over, and those regime, the Islamic regime in Syria, I have to say they are way smarter than the previous regime. The previous regime is so stupid, so monkey, so donkey. He went a friend with Iran, with Hamas, with Hezbollah. The new regime, he kissed the ass of Israel secretly. The new regime, he do anything Trump he want. This is how different, even though supposedly they are the mujahideen, but obviously they are fake. Actually, I will not be surprised if this guy, the one became president, he is a CIA agent, because everything doesn't make sense. I saw a meeting between those people and American investors 6 months before they become government. And this guy supposed he was Al Qaeda, right? But how he is meeting American, he should be kidnapping them, right? We are talking about investing in companies, big companies. So Obviously, this guy is an agent for USA. I believe that USA, when they publish his name as the most wanted, $10 million in his head, it was a fake publishing to make his groups believe he is a hero. But in reality, he is an. I will not be surprised if one day he was an even more sad agent. Who knows, right? Who knows? Everything is possible because everything I see is not what this guy. He claimed to be mujahid, Hizbah, but he hate the jihad. He didn't want to do jihad. He is a friend with the West. He's a friend with America. Americans are welcome. Trump is welcome. Actually, they have pictures of Trump everywhere. That's weird, you know. I mean, how they are Qaeda and they have pictures of Trump everywhere? It doesn't make sense. All right. So they are sneaky. We don't trust them. I'm not saying they are good. I'm saying they knew how to play the game, not like the previous stupid regime. The previous regime, he give you speeches about philosophy and human right, and the guy himself is a drug dealer. You know, people they are in jail for 20, 30 years. Many they are even they make them, they throw them in the acid. I mean, he's wicked. The people are bankrupt. There's no job. There's no electricity. There's no water. There's no food. That's why his army collapsed. This guy, even though he is supposedly mujahid, right? Suddenly he became civilians. He wearing a suit, a tie. He's very polite. He's meeting with everybody. He meet with the Christians. He appreciate the Jews. He have no problem with Israel. Israeli go all the way in Syria. He closed his eyes. He didn't see them. Where is Israel? Not in here. They're not here. Yeah. So he is smart, and that make him more dangerous. However, he knew and he understand very well that if he move his ass, he's going to be burned. That's what they understand. All right. Uh, I don't want to keep you longer. You can leave your comment and tell me what do you think. You don't have to agree with me. I want to remind you that in this coming Saturday, we have a debate with those Hezbollah people, Shia. So the debate will be Saturday, 2 p.m., April 4th. Bring your popcorn and let us make Hezbollah shish kebab. All right? So tell your friends and we will have good time. I'm sure you have no doubt about it. And the Shia, by the way, they are the most lying people ever. They will deny anything, even if you show it to them in front of them. But don't worry, I know how to get them busted. But they are Shia. What you can say. The Shia, I believe that taqiyya is the shield of faith, and the one who have no taqiyya mean lying. Ali, he said to them, lying is the shield of faith, and the one who don't lie, he have no faith. Imagine how wicked, satanic they are. You know. What happened to Europe in the future? Well, Europe is going. Europe already is struggling, with their security and safety and their business. The biggest struggle of Europe is the woke. You take the woke away. Let us say Europe is punishing themselves. What we can say, sadly, I'm not happy to see Europe being punished. Not punished by the enemy. They are punished by their own. When you see, like, you go to Spain now, you will see they have tens of thousands celebrating the the Easter, a lot of ceremony, religious people, and then the same people they go free Palestine. What's wrong with you? You forgot what the Muslims did to you? Occupy your land for 100 of years, raping your women. Did you forget your history? So sometime you get sick because you did not take care of your hygiene, right? And this is what's happening to Europe. Too much dirt. They will get sick. And then the European themselves, they have to clean themselves. We cannot do it to them. We can help, we can advise, we can speak to people to warn them. We do, and we will do. But nobody can clean you except your own hands. Europe have to clean itself. People who keep posting in the chat, Christ is king. Your friend, you are insulting Jesus. Christ is not king. Where do you get this from? Why people are so childless? Is that what the Bible says? The Bible says Christ is king. Well, Saddam Hussein is a king. King Hussein, the wicked, is king. What does that mean? Jesus is king. Is that what the Bible says? Jesus. The Bible says the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings. He's above them because kings are corrupt. When you say Jesus is king, you are insulting Jesus. That is a phrase to insult Jesus, not to respect him. Stop being potato. Copy what people say. Jesus is king, Jesus is king, Jesus is king. Childish. Nobody uses his brain. Anything is not biblical, don't use it. Is it in the Bible says Jesus is king? Is it? Jesus is the king of peace and the king of war. What do you mean the king of peace? Go and read the Bible carefully. Many people, they understand God wrongly. They think God is just about peace. No. God himself says, peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked. The Lord said, not me. No peace for the wicked. In fact, all our belief in Christianity is about war. War with sin, war with evil, war with wickedness. The whole struggle of a human being from the first day of Adam and then his kids. The son killed the other son. It's a war against evil. Peace for those who love peace. Learn it. Peace, something you earn by your action. You have to work for it. When you are wicked, you have no peace. Like, why America is going to war with Iran? What we have to do with them? Nothing. But because they are wicked, they shout death to America. Why you want to shout death to America? They made America and Israel their business because this is the only way to make people unite. They are united by hate. Those wicked nations are united by hate. Israel keep posting arms. Let us have agreement. Let's have peace. No, they don't want peace. And each time they launch war with Israel, they are defeated. Israel never launched a war against them. What Iran have to do with Israel? You tell me. I mean, look how far they are. Are they in the borders? No. But they use Israel because Islam teach hate against Christians and Jews, and the Jews more. So let us all to convert people to Shiaism. We will make ourselves the one who defends so-called Palestine, and that will make us look like a hero. So Israel is just a play card for Iran. Otherwise, Iran never attack Israel. Do you know why? Because why they want to do so? They don't dare. They will use other Shia, potatoes, stupid, to attack Israel, but Iran itself never do so. They use Lebanese Shia, use Iraqi Shia, they use Yemeni Shia, but they don't do it because they want to play. Those are toys. They want to stay safe and secure. They want to be the head of the snake, and the little ones, they do their job. But then things change. The Israelis decide finally to go after the head of the snake, not the tail. All right. Uh, Hamas, they use, like the relationship between Hamas and Iran. It's not a good relationship, but Hamas, they have nobody to help them except certain people, certain groups, and Iran is the one. So Iran used them in order to get the reputation that we are the one who defend Islam and the so-called the Holy Land. And Hamas, they like it because simply they are the one that support them. Egypt is not supporting them, right? So who's going to support them? Nobody, except Iran. So there's the relationship between them is like, friends with benefit. It's not because they are in love. All right, it's just the benefit. Same time, the Iranian, they are spreading Shiaism inside Gaza. So now they have a Jihad al-Islami, which is Shia. The Shia number is increasing in Gaza. And this is the whole purpose of Iran. They want to occupy all the Middle East by spreading Shiaism. Shiaism believe that something is called al-wilaya, which means the like the supreme leader of Iran, he is presenting Allah on earth. And whatever he's saying is a holy order. So the plan was for Iran is taking over Syria, and they took over Syria for the last 13 years until the regime here collapsed just a few months ago. And then they control most of Lebanon. And they control until now Iraq. That's why you see a lot of Shia militants from Iraq, they are hitting in the American embassies. In fact, as I heard, a lot of Shia from Iraq, they entered the borders of Iran to join the besiege to secure Tehran, to be sure that nobody will revolt against them. Tens of thousands of fighters from Shia, who they are Iraqi Arab Shia, they enter into Iran because those are loyal to the mullahs of Iran, not to the government of Baghdad. And the government of Baghdad have a hard time to control them. They can't even control them. So there's a big issue until now. The security on Iraq is in the hand of the Shia. So Iran, they thought themselves became so powerful because now Iran became Iraq and Iran. And then Iran became Iraq and Syria. So Iran border, just until last year, it was from here, from the border of Pakistan, all the way to the Mediterranean, all the way to the border of Israel. Imagine Iranian, they go inside Lebanon without visa. Imagine they don't even go to the customs. They have an army line for Hezbollah go through the borders in Lebanon from Syria. And those army lines from many places, from Baalbek, from here, from everywhere. They are treated like kings. So they send missiles, rocket. This is why the Hezbollah, they have massive amount of weapon until now, even though right now they are surrounded by enemy. The Syrian regime now is an enemy to them. There's nowhere weapon can come through Syria no more. But because already they stored what enough for years of war. So the plan of Iran was massive. Almost they are successful. So imagine from here, from this territory, to Iran, to the Gulf, and then they control Yemen. The Houthi, which is under the control of the mullahs of Iran, they almost control all of Yemen. So, and then they are surrounding Saudi Arabia. That's why Saudi Arabia and Emirates, they try to fight the Houthi. And if you remember, during Obama time, a lot of media speaking about death for the children of Yemen, hungry people in Yemen, big propaganda to force, and Obama put sanctions on Saudi Arabia. Heavy sanctions. Why? Because if Saudi Arabia and Emirates, they were successful to defeat al-Houthi, and almost they did, then Iran dream will collapse. It's very important to keep this area controlled by Iran. Obama was helping them. Obama, no question about it, is an Iranian agent. He's a Shia. So, and that's why Saudi, they knew. They were trying to fight the Houthi. But then the American regime, which is Muslim regime at that time, Obama, he put heavy sanction on them. He don't sell them weapon. He don't give them ammunition. He don't give them airplane parts. So the Saudi, they have to stop. Same as Emirat. And USA at that time even vote many times against them in the United Nations. So things goes wrong because Obama don't want the Houthi to collapse. He don't, and this is why Obama himself is the one who gave them $1.5 billion in one airplane. Uh, and Obama left the sanction on them, and Obama allowed them to have nuclear. But after 5 years, the agreement is after 5 years. So everything was going so good. They have now president in the White House. He's a Muslim Shia. He support Hamas. He support Iran. The plan is going so good, very good. But then things collapse. And look how smart the Iranian Shia is. Friends with America, with Obama, he's their man. Friends with Russia, right? Friends with China. Friends with Kim Sing Chong, Shin Chong, you know, that's North Korean, the one look like a pig. He act like a pig, actually. Uh, they're friends with everybody evil. And they have a very powerful lobby inside USA. But lately, the plan collapsed. And there's many reasons for it. Maybe next time we can talk, we can go in more details. However, I think this is enough for today, right? And you know, they have a plan, but God have different plan. And plan of God always will be successful. Israel will stay, and you will go. You see, not long time ago, Assyria was one of the most powerful nation. Assyria is not exist no more. The empire, the massive empire. People who lost their land for thousands of years, they have it back. God, He made a promise in the Bible, and the promise will be kept. So when they try to fight, you're not fighting against Israel. You are fighting against the plan of God, and you will be doomed. And I say to you, whoever you are, anyone will go against Israel, he will be doomed. I'm a believer, and I believe everything written in the Bible is true. And I challenge you to prove me wrong. God, He promised them, I will gather you from around the world. I will bring you from everywhere. It's a promise written in the Bible. Many verses. I will collect you. And when God, He said, I curse whoever who curse you, I believe it's true. But that doesn't mean, you know, Israel, everyone is there is good. No, we are not saying that. I believe Netanyahu is a wicked man. I believe he's a corrupt man. However, he's serving a purpose. God used everybody. God used everybody. And nobody can stop God how He can use people. So we support Israel. I'm not supporting Netanyahu. I believe he's wicked. A new guy, maybe he's better than him. I believe a new guy will be better. However, for now, he's good to go. Not because he's good, but because for now, he's good to go. He is doing servant or service for Israel. So we support the truth. We don't support a person. You know, when we say, I agree with the Trump, I'm not supporting Trump. I'm supporting what Trump agree with me biblically. When Trump, he say anything is against the Bible, we go against it. We are not supporting a person. We are supporting what he agree with us. We as a Christian, we will never vote for a man. We vote for what he stands for. All right? We don't care for your color. We don't care for your name. We don't care if you're white, Asian, black. That doesn't count for God. For us as a Christians, everyone who believes in Him, he's a child of God. His color doesn't care, doesn't affect his language, his ethnic. That is not the case. The case is the Lord said that from their fruit you shall know them. And this religion fruit is evil. And the Bible says in Roman, Israel will be saved. If the Bible says so, trust me, Israel will be saved. Whoever like it, like it. Whoever don't, you have to like it, because sooner or later The Bible never failed to promise what it says. So I believe strongly that Israel will be saved. And I think the Bible is better word to finish my work with you today. I hope we learn something good, and we hope that more victory is going to come, and the army will accept defeat, or you don't accept defeat, who cares? You're defeated. The funny about those Muslims, you beat the hell of them, they still celebrate victory. Right? I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. You break their nose, their toes, and then they will claim, Allahu Akbar, victory. Brother, are you sure? Yes, brother, Allahu Akbar. And you will see, as soon the war is stopped, they will celebrate victory. I told you this many times. The teacher, he says, today we are celebrating losing Jerusalem. Oh, sorry. So we have a celebration today. Today is the date of etc. So today, what happened today, sir? He said, we lost Jerusalem. He said, and we are celebrating. Tibet Abdul. Today we are celebrating. We lost Jerusalem. Abdul. What I can say, mentally. Too much camel urine. So I hope the Iranian Islamic regime and the Shia will celebrate soon victory against us. As this guy, Afachai Adra'i, he's the Israeli spokesman. He said, if this is for you is a victory, so what is a lose? If this is a victory, what is a lose? You tell me. Those people are really, they are out of touch. They are the same as the woke. They are not, their brain is not functioning. Yeah, they always were going to celebrate. Good luck. So thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. And I will see you soon again. And don't forget, Saturday, 2 p.m. New York time, we have a debate with the Sheikh of Hezbollah. We will make them shish kebab. Not only in the battlefield, but even in debate. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. Yeah. Bye-bye.